Hey, what up? It's time 1822. Dean Ambrose, John Cena, and Hell in a Cell will tell us a lot about WWE. It was announced last night, Dean Ambrose versus John Cena in a Hell in a Cell match at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. The winner will face Seth Rollins. Now, you got Dean Ambrose, who been on fire. The crowd is loving him. This guy is up and coming. He's a very talented guy. He's an anti-hero. Very refreshing to see that on the WWE roster, because we look at the rest of the roster, you have a guy like Dean Ambrose, great microphone skills. He's always entertaining himself. He's very witty. He's a lunatic. You have a character. He's going against the #1 face in WWE, John Cena. He is the money maker. Him against John Cena at Hell in a Cell is a big opportunity for him in WWE, because Dean Ambrose will show out at Hell in a Cell. You will see the build-up between John Cena and Dean Ambrose in the next couple weeks of Raw, and Dean Ambrose will shine through this build-up right here. This is an opportunity for WWE to give him a rub with John Cena. It's time for John Cena to put somebody over who is up and coming. Not a heel, a baby face, and Dean Ambrose. Here is WWE. I would told you having somebody who's on fire. You know, since Daniel Bryan went out, nobody really moved up the food chain. Now you finally seeing somebody move up the food chain, and that's Dean Ambrose. So will WWE pull the trigger? Will they let Dean Ambrose go over their #1 guy in the company? Will they? We'll see and Hell in a Cell in the next couple of weeks, because if John Cena defeats Dean Ambrose just to get revenge back on Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins screwed out his match against Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship, I cannot blame fans for being angry at the fact that once again, WWE decided we're going to use our #1 guy and we just going to depend on John Cena, even though, you know, we lazy as hell. We don't care. We don't want to make a new star in Dean Ambrose. And that's what it will be if he beats him. John Cena going after Seth Rollins just because he screwed him will not get fans emotionally invested. Why should the fans get emotionally invested behind John Cena going after Seth Rollins when John Cena already a made man? It doesn't matter at all. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, 2 former members of the Shield. Seth Rollins took him out. He keep running away from him. He keep defeating him in matches. That's how Dean Ambrose will become a bigger star. Crowd will get emotionally invested behind him, because they would love to see finally Dean Ambrose defeat Seth Rollins, because every time he tries to defeat him, something always in his way. And that's how you get characters over. Emotional investment. The crowd will get emotionally invested behind Dean Ambrose. Getting emotionally invested by John Cena today means nothing, because he's already a made man. There's nothing else you can really do with John Cena. John Cena got to give Dean Ambrose this rub right here. It would do wonders for Dean Ambrose in WWE. If y'all don't do this right here, you just saying fuck everybody who watched this product. We don't care what y'all think. We're going to give y'all what we want and not what y'all want. But they better pull the trigger on Dean Ambrose defeating John Cena at Hell in a Cell. It don't gotta be a clean finish. It could be something with Seth Rollins interfere. But some way, somehow, Dean Ambrose better defeat John Cena at Hell in a Cell, because this will show us that WWE is actually trying to build somebody else. Give us somebody refreshing that the viewers say, you know what? I'm loving what WWE doing with Dean Ambrose, so I want to tune in Monday Night Raw just to see what's going on with Dean Ambrose after he defeated John Cena. And this also made Seth Rollins more credible as a character. Where Dean Ambrose defeated John Cena, now he gonna go after Seth Rollins. That makes Seth Rollins a lot more credible. That he went against the #1 guy and he beat him, and he gonna go after his former Shield partner and Seth Rollins. So this match right here between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose will be a match that people want to see, and possibility that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose could main event the next pay-per-view. So you have these two characters right here who get the opportunity of a lifetime to show what they can do in WWE and show this company these two guys could be stars down the line, because this company needs stars right now to be developed, because right now they don't have anybody else right now. You have Roman Reigns out with injury, Daniel Bryan out with injury. You need some fresh faces up in the main event to help John Cena make this company as a whole to watch every Monday and SmackDown sometime if y'all like watching it. But you got to make Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins a lot more credible. And this right here, this rub will help out Dean Ambrose. It will help out Seth Rollins. And we can see something new in WWE. So this is WWE opportunity right here. If they want people to watch, Dean Ambrose better go over John Cena. If he goes over John Cena, people will tune in at Monday Night Raw, because they want to see what's going to happen next with Dean Ambrose down the line after he defeated the #1 guy in the company. So you are intrigued right there, and we'll see what will happen down the line with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. So I want to see on this video. Give your thoughts here. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. I'm out.